guys.
Yeah, look forward to our next chat.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Okay.
Bye. Anyway, yeah, that was one of our patrons, like we said. So again,
yeah, our very first patron live stream. So super big shout out.
Yeah, that was fun. We enjoyed speaking with you, Guitarpa, and we hope that hopefully some other people join in and can come on to talk with us too. And again, we don't have any problem hearing out people with differing opinions or different approaches, maybe rooted in a slightly different ethos or philosophy than we are. So we appreciate a good exchange of ideas. And again, thank you, Gupartap. I apologize if I fucked up your name. But yeah,
one quick thing that I did want to get to for SLV Revolutions. He asked some quick questions. I think he's new to the channel, so I just wanted to give him a quick shout out and drop those answers for him. So Gavin and I's current House representative is Emmanuel Cleaver. And then as for me, my top 3 issues right now.
We're in Kansas City, by the way, in case you're new to the show. We're in Kansas City, so Emmanuel Cleaver is our congressperson. Yeah.
Yeah. For 2, our top issues, obviously Gavin and I, we've talked a lot about health care, obviously criminal justice reform, but it looks like your question's actually to take full advantage of the COVID-19 crisis. I mean, fuck, right? We need Medicare for all, we need stimulus checks, and we need a rent moratorium, we need an eviction moratorium, and we need to cancel rent, and we need a massive cut to consumer debt. Those would be things that are on the top of
I would say COVID is pretty unique. I think universal basic income is the obvious one. I think that healthcare for all is also a very obvious one. But I think that, an issue that has just become so increasingly obvious under these times and, that just has to be addressed. Like, just, it cannot continue to go unaddressed, which is just the houselessness crisis and the fact that there's no guarantee of housing for all in this country, which is just so insane to think about. It's like, it's literal state-sponsored violence, especially during the winter, especially if you live in a really cold place. You can't live out fucking side when it's snowing. Like, that's insane. And especially during the pandemic when people have COVID and could infect other people. Like, it's the most obvious thing ever. We need to give everyone a place to live and the ability to participate in society in a real way. And of course, obviously, homelessness. People turn to crimes of desperation. It's the most obvious thing ever. When you deprive people of resources, they're gonna end up committing crimes to live. It's the most obvious shit ever. So yeah, I think that healthcare, income, and housing are the 3 rights that I think are essential. And again, income, just because I feel like without income you can't guarantee a lot of those rights. You can guarantee. I mean, I'd rather have income, for example, than the government send me a box of fucking food in the mail every month, right? I'd rather get to decide what food I want to eat than get a basket full of porridge or whatever.
We were talking to the other day that was talking about how old people were getting like granola bars sent to them and shit like that.
Yeah.
Can't even eat. I think that was Mumita running for city council in New York. So yeah, definitely sign off on all of that. And then it looks like the last question was just, did we have a take on this? Oh yeah, we have multiple takes on this, and you can check them out on our channel. We put out a video. Our highest grossing video of all time was actually weighing in on this beef. Gavin and I just chimed in and went up to almost 10K, which is a win for the Vanguard. We're not the biggest channel. Yeah, that was really exciting for us.
And also, if you want to hear even more extended conversation on this subject, we did a pretty good video where we kind of went through and roasted Vosh's take on the subject.
Vosh had a dog shit take on this. Yeah.
Vosh had a dog shit. And some people in the comments even that said they were fans of Vosh even agreed with us that, it was a bullshit take and that they were also off-put by it. So if you really want to hear us get into the weeds with someone else, or I mean, obviously we didn't talk to him in person, but we engaged with his opinions via his video. And I think that's a pretty good exchange of ideas too if you really want to see us not only break down some of the arguments against it, but also defend the position for it pretty ravenously.
Yeah, Gavin and I 100% support the desperate need. So Gavin and I, like I said, and we've talked about this on. Gavin and I are personality guys. We don't give a fuck about. I don't care if you like Jimmy Dore. I don't think if you think Jimmy Dore is a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. His idea was damn good, and we need a floor vote on Medicare for all yesterday. So. That's my take, and I do think it's fucked if he edited that David Sirota video incorrectly, though. That's my one take. That's journalistic malpractice, and I think that's unethical. I haven't done enough homework to verify 100% what's going on in that, but I will, and I will report back.
Yeah, and that's why we always say whenever we talk about Jimmy Dore is that we always have to add the caveat that we don't stand by everything he's ever said, and that sometimes he does stupid fucking things, and yeah, if he edited the clip of Sirota talking, then that's just dumb and petty, and it's also not. It just makes you look worse, and it drags down this position with you. So I don't understand why he would do that, and that's super petty if it's true. So again, don't stand by everything he said. But again, personalities aside, it's just the obvious position what Jimmy's advocating for. It's the obvious, position for don't vote for Nancy Pelosi in order to hopefully get something, or if you're going to have to vote for Nancy Pelosi, at least get something out of it. I think that's obvious. And as I think you mentioned at another point, I don't see the comment right now, but you mentioned that I believe Cornel West is now signing off on this idea. I think he was actually live with Jimmy Dore tonight, so I guess he's signaled his support for this idea.
Says no activist. I don't think Sirota is jealous of him at all. David Sirota has an amazing career at the Daily Poster. He's written some amazing books. He's been campaigning for Medicare for all since he was calling it Medicare for everybody way before Bernie. I mean, David Sirota is real top-notch, and that's why I'm skeptical of what happened with that, because I read his article, and he was advocating for what Jimmy was advocating for in addition to a bunch of other things. So I'm skeptical, but yeah, I have to do more homework on that for sure.
I will say Bernie Sanders has always been advocating for healthcare for all, but that aside, David Sirota is,
I meant before Bernie Sanders' campaign when I said that, not before Bernie Sanders existed. That's a good correction.
Because Bernie has always been on the universal healthcare train. But yeah, I would say that SLV Revolution, maybe you have a difference of opinion on Sirota, but I agree with Zac that he's a great journalist. He's in the Daily Poster is just such a great outlet for reporting, especially exposing corporations and stuff. So I think that Sirota is definitely a voice here that I would not discredit, and I don't think he's jealous of him either. So I don't necessarily agree with that. But I also, again, I think it's stupid that people aren't just acknowledging that Jimmy Dore's idea here is correct. Taylor here comments that Tim Black also came out. I haven't really been keeping up with the Tim Black bit. I think he might have also said that this maybe wasn't a smart idea. And
if he did, I disagree with Tim Black too, bro.
It seems like, see here, SLV says Lee Camp, Kalinsky, Jink. It's funny how I guess we're dividing into teams now. Like, I'm on the team Lee Camp, Kalinsky, Jink, Medhurst, Crystal Ball, All Pro Jimmy Dore. Like that.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck about personalities, but Jimmy's right on this. So I mean, the position is that we need that. I don't care who's talking about it as much as I care about the fact that we desperately need a floor vote on Medicare for all right fucking now. That's what matters. Right. And I'm irritated at anything that divides that, which is the whole left right now. So
Yeah, 100%. And again, for me, it's just the obvious decision. It looks like Tim Black might have changed his mind, so that's good. I feel like everyone would agree on this if it wasn't Jimmy Dore suggesting it. Jimmy Dore's just so fucking divisive. And he's clearly pissed off a lot of people, especially from PYT. So he has that the PYT meme. So he has all these people that just have personal beef with him because he called them a sellout to their face probably one time, and they were got really offended by it or something. But again, I wasn't there, so maybe he told Anna Kasparian to go fuck herself or something horrible, and she was never gonna forgive him. I don't know what the issue is, but clearly there's.
But either way, who cares, right? It's just fucking drama anyway. It's
but if you guys do like drama, there are more videos on that.
Yeah, we way into drama all the time.
So we acknowledge that it's not necessarily the most.
Zac and Gavin CMB.
We do comment on it, so make sure to
Vanguard.
Feel free to hear our take. Yeah, but anyway, thanks for everybody for tuning in, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. You'll be hearing from us in the next couple of days, I'm sure.
Yeah. Everyone, peace out. Thanks so much.